But we've reinvented ourselves, we've reinvented our communities, and right now we are in the middle of reinventing the ways that we work with each other. Now, this is a picture from my nearest big town. I really do live in a place of 30 people, Hopeton, Oklahoma. We don't have a town, we're just a place. But the nearest town is 8 miles away with nothing in between, sparse population. 8 miles away is a town of just under 5,000 people, Alva, Oklahoma. And this is a picture from our city park. And recently, a group of moms in our town looked at the playground equipment that was available in our city park. And this is it, people. I call him Bodie. He doesn't have a real name. If he has a name, I don't know what it was. But they looked at this equipment and said, this is out of date and it is unsafe and we don't want our kids playing on it the way it is. Which it was. Look at that jagged sheet metal smile in the front. Bodie's got a bite. So they got together and they said, we need to get some new, safe, fun equipment for our kids. We can do better than this for our children. And so they just kind of group chatted and they went online and they figured out what kind of equipment will stand up to our climate in hot northwest Oklahoma. What kind of, how much is this going to cost us? Who do we have to talk to at the city? They just figured that out all themselves and they got organized and they did it. They built it all together online. And they succeeded, and over the past 10 years, they have managed to put new equipment and upgrade old equipment in all of the areas of the park, and they did it without even electing a president. They didn't even form a 501c3 until years into the process when they finally had to, but they did do that. And you have seen grassroots examples like this work in your communities, and you have seen them fail in your communities. Now, those moms did not know it, but they were using the idea-friendly method. You start with your big idea for your community, like a safe place for kids to play together, and you use that to gather your crowd. You gather your crowd with that idea of that will improve quality of life and that people think they can play a role in. That's key. And then you turn your crowd into a powerful network by building connections. And then you and your newly powerful network accomplish your big goal. You take small steps. Okay? Now, they did take small steps. They didn't start with that expensive new equipment. They got Bodie another coat of paint. They got rid of this sheet metal, right? Get rid of the sharp edges. Okay, so that's in case somebody was worried they were going to take Bodie out. Bodie lives on quite happily. Now, their big goal was that community gathering playground where kids of all abilities could play safely together. And that's why they called their informal group the Alva Friends of Play. Now, what is your big idea for your community?